look at the graves here and think of all the people that have been lost in wars. It's a bit shaking, isn't it?
In Flanders fields the poppies grow, between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky the larks still bravely singing fly. Scarce rode amid the guns below, we are the dead. Short days ago we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe, to you from failing hands we throw, the torch be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders fields.
When you think of the school kids who died so early, just left school, 18, 19, 18, and I hope I guess we really haven't talked to our own kids about it enough to, if you make them think of losing their friends at an early age, then they might realize what war is all about.
It's very hard for me to imagine having to go to war at such a young age, but I have a lot of respect for the students that did go through with that, and I couldn't imagine how it would be like today to send kids like us to war. We're a lot different, and I don't think we'd be ready or suitable for that kind of situation.
Has going to war changed you as a person?
Well, I guess it changes everybody. I think it's a vicious, dreadful thing, war. And I think you're bound to be hardened to it to survive. I think you have to be hardened. And I think it probably changes everybody. I think it changes some people more than others, more sensitive people perhaps, but it's not pleasant. It's been a pleasure being with you, and I hope that you've learned something and that haven't sounded all too much BSy.
And on behalf of the students, the grade 7 students, we thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and it's been a pleasure to have you here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure seeing you.
It's a pleasure meeting you,
It's been
Mr.
a pleasure
Tipati.
meeting you. Thanks very much for coming. Hope I haven't bored you stiff.
Thanks
Thanks a lot. Guys. A great little crowd. The British Second Army moved in and surrounded us with their tanks, and the colonel said, oh, we were scruffy looking hot, and the colonel said, it's going to take me 2 weeks to document all you guys to see who you were. But there were trucks coming up from bringing reinforcements up and going back empty. And so the camp, by that night, we went out, the old army trucks and the guys with their thumbs, and they said, climb aboard. And by that, I'm told, by nightfall, the camp was empty. There was nobody left in it, in the field. And I was with a group that got to south of Holland. And this chap, one of our wing commanders, had an old friend in the Air Ministry at that time, so we went to an RAF camp that just moved in Holland and phoned the Air Ministry, and they said, we'll have a squadron of Lanks land at dawn tomorrow morning for you guys. So during the night, we said, whoever's been in camp longest is the first out. First in, first out. And we made a list, and of course the night guy had been shot down in 1940, 5 years, long years in camp. So I was one of the first out, and 23 of us jammed into the Lank, the first one that landed. And the chap when we were flying over the channel, the pilot said, chaps, here's England for you. And he tipped his wings, and we saw the white cliffs of Dover all along. So my favorite wartime song has been the White Cliffs of Dover.
Just you wait and see. There'll be love and laughter and peace ever after. Tomorrow, when the world is free, the shepherd will tend his sheep. Will bloom again, and Jimmy will go to sleep in his own little room again. There'll be bluebirds over the white cliffs of Dover. Tomorrow, just you wait and see.
Beautiful. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Lovely. Look at the number of gravestones here, and throughout, and you think of the gravestones throughout the world and the numbers, but they're not numbers, they're individuals. They're all individuals who've given their lives to give us freedom and the comforts we have today. Just incredible. And this is just one small graveyard. In the morning we shall remember them. My story is just one amongst so many wonderful stories. It's the last thing I think of as being a hero. You're a survivor and really accomplished very little in the war to what a lot of people have accomplished. So I'm far from being a hero.